Hello, my name is Jamie Wilson. I have been here teaching here at the Oklahoma School for the Deaf for 21 years. The first 2 years of my teaching experience was at public school, so 23 years of teaching experience altogether. I have been deaf almost all my life. I started going to Jane Brooks School when I was 22 months old. I've been going there full time from 2 years to kindergarten. Then I started going to public school in my hometown, Apache, part-time. My parents decided that I needed to go to both schools at the same time. I went to Jane Brooks School Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Apache Thursday and Friday. On the days that I missed at both schools, I would have to make up the work on Saturday, every Saturday with my mom. I remember looking back, I struggled. I could not understand why I could not be me. I struggled with hearing people doing so much that they could do, but I could not do it. I couldn't find a way around. I'd have to have someone help me to get there. I felt lost. I was confused. Isolation was very real. It still is. It's an everyday struggle. I grew up with a hearing family, friends, and community. I was the only deaf person there. I knew I was different. I just couldn't fit in. I tried to imitate the hearing people, the way they talked, the way they thought, the way they teased. How can I do that? How do I get there? I struggled with my identity. I struggled with me as a person functioning in the hearing world. On the days that I went to Jane Brooks School, I learned how to lip read and talk. I learned to read and write, all those things, just like school, any school. I'm deaf, yes. Do I speak clearly? No. A lot of people will think that I'm hard of hearing because I speak. No, I am not. I am deaf. That's it. Public school at Apache, there was no services for the deaf, which means I did not have an interpreter, did not have a deaf ed teacher, nothing in elementary when I was there. I had to depend on my classmates to help me get through. Telling me what I needed to do, telling me how to do it, what page it was on, which problems that I had to work, whatever. I had to do whatever it took to get by because I had to go to that school and I had to pass class. I had to do what was required of me to do. I remember the time when I was in 5th grade in science class. My teacher, Mr. Shakelin, came up to me and I looked up and he said, "I need to talk to you out in the hallway." And I thought, am I in trouble? He said, "No, I just need to talk to you." I was so nervous. I knew something was up because that's how I grew up, learning from always watching my surroundings, what's going on. I had to use my eyes for everything. So if I knew it was positive or negative, you never know. So when he called me out in the hallway, he said, "How would you feel if I shave off my beard?" And I said, "Whatever you want to do," because I did not think he would do it, to be honest with you. So I went back in class and I sat down and I thought, okay, and I did my work. The next day, he walked by me and I did not know who he was. I didn't even recognize him. He came up to me and tapped me and said, "Well, hello. What do you think?" I was just in shock. I was so impressed. I was amazed by this huge sacrifice that this man had made for me. It made a great impact in my life. I remember to this day. I just could not believe the sacrifice that he made for me as a teacher and as a man. In 7th grade, I still had no services. My mom and my dad requested me to have a note taker in public school. So 7th grade through 12th grade, they stayed with me all day long, a note taker. They sat by me and took notes. I would sit in front of the class and watch the teacher speak. I understood about maybe 30% of it at the time. I had to rely on the note taker to reteach me, or I had to teach myself whatever it took to pass that test, to pass the class, to be able to graduate from high school. I saw my hearing peers, how much they worked so hard, what their dreams were, what they wanted to become in the future. And I wanted to be just like them. I wanted to be the same. So I decided I would have my future goal. And that was to be a teacher for the deaf. I went into college at University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma, USAO, in Chickasha. When I went into college, it was like a culture shock. The expectations they had in high school, what I had to do, and in college was so different. I was so frustrated. I did not know what to do. It was a new experience for me. Plus, I learned a new language, signing. At the age of 18, that was like a new world for me, a new life. I was so excited to be able to learn a new language, to be able to communicate, and to be with the deaf community. I found myself in awe, in shock. Like, here's this world that I could call my own. I can be involved, I can do things, I can communicate. I can learn so much about life, things in general that I probably would not know in the hearing world if I was by myself, if I was isolated like I was when I was in school. You know, I would be behind. I would not know things, what to do. The deaf community taught me so much. I really appreciate the unique world that we live in, and I'm glad to be a part of that. I needed to find that balance in my life. I was so glad that I could be in both worlds, the hearing and the deaf. I had to find a way how to combine the two worlds together in my life. I needed them both. I could not live like I did growing up. I just couldn't live that way anymore. I had to have both worlds to feel whole. I don't feel empty anymore, or lost, or frustrated. I feel very satisfied. I have made friends along the way, hearing and deaf. I enjoy that. The communication is there. The involvement, the feeling included is there. It's a wonderful feeling. All my life, I had to deal with the light at the end of the tunnel. You could see it. I was getting closer, but I didn't know how I was getting there. I struggled along the way, and I wanted to pull the time to help me get closer to the light. The light is here at OSD for me. I needed to be here. OSD is like family. When I came from a hearing family to OSD, wow, it has given me full communication access. It is so nice. It's changed me for the better. I feel human. I feel normal. I feel life is worth living for. You know, the happiness is there. The fulfillment is there. Everything that I needed. Everything's inclusive here. Our school has given me a future that I enjoy having. Being a teacher for the deaf children is something that I cherish. I enjoy giving them a gift every day. That's me teaching and helping them get the attention and the language that they need. It's important for me to be able to see that they must have independence. They must have become independent, lifelong thinkers. I am proud to be a part of the family of teachers here at OSD. Watching the kids learn and being proud of their deaf culture. Our hearts are always open, always continuing to love them, giving them the attention, giving them what they need, helping them. Everything that a deaf child needs. I see myself imagining a deaf child coming to Oklahoma School for the Deaf for the first time. It's like magic. They're seeing everything. They're seeing people who are just like them, learning. They could understand. It's easy. There's no frustration, no isolation. It goes away. No sadness. It's gone. It's like magic. Just like the movie Cinderella. You know, they had the fairy godmother with this special wand. That's how OSD is. It's magic for the deaf children here. That is where the magic is. Thank you.